Cheers! We're serving up 5 beloved drinks from all over Europe. Cold, hot, routine, and something special. Each has its own unique culture and history, and one of them you've probably never heard of before. Let's start with the very definition of luxury, champagne. But what makes it champagne? It's essentially sparkling wine from the Champagne region in northeastern France, made according to strict rules. That's the only kind that can be called champagne. The cool climate and chalky soils in the region produce fresh, crisp wines. To get the best juice for the first stage of production, the grapes are handled very gently. It's only during the second fermentation in the bottle that the characteristic carbonation develops.
On ouvre une bouteille de champagne, il faut y aller délicatement. On enlève le muselet et le bouchon, on le prend dans la main, on le serre et on le tourne délicatement, sans faire une explosion, sans faire un gros paf. Il faut laisser partir le gaz délicatement, et voilà.
It's best to drink it cold from a narrow glass. That will preserve the effervescence, those fine bubbles.
L'important, c'est que ce que vous dégustez doit vous faire plaisir. À la limite, on s'en fout un petit peu de ce que vous a dit le voisin ou le sommelier en disant « c'est un grand vin, il y a tel arôme, ceci ». Non, c'est un choix personnel, c'est une dégustation personnelle. Chaque personne va réagir différemment à la dégustation et ça, c'est très important.
But not every great wine derives its character from lightness. From France, we move on to Portugal. In Porto, port wine is stored in huge warehouses. This practice dates back to the 17th century. The climate along the Atlantic coast provides ideal conditions for aging the wine in oak barrels.
It ages in wood for decades, sometimes centuries. You are blending and fine-tuning the wine during decades, sometimes centuries.
Port wine is sweeter and has a higher alcohol content than regular wine because its fermentation is abruptly halted when brandy is added.
Port wine, a lot of the secret is this balance between the acidity and sugar. That is very good. It's a sweet wine, but in the end, what you have is the freshness of the acidity.
The wine is grown in the Douro Valley in northern Portugal, one of the oldest wine regions in the world. The grapevines grow on extremely steep slopes of slate rock. After the harvest, the grapes are placed in shallow stone basins. At some traditional wineries, they're still crushed by foot.
Oh yeah. This is unique. I mean, there's virtually nowhere else in the world where foot treading still takes place, and we're doing it. And importantly, the reason we're doing it is it produces the best port. And we don't know whether it's precisely because of the human foot itself, or whether as he lifts it up, you can see more of the liquid is exposed to the air. Maybe it's a little bit of that's happening. Maybe it's the fact that his legs are warm, because the thing about winemaking, yes, it's part science, but it's also part art.
In the Mediterranean countries of southern Europe, wine reigns supreme. Further north, another beverage is a cultural staple, beer. One variety in particular became a best-selling export, Pilsner, named after its birthplace, Pilsen, in the Czech Republic. At around 126 liters per capita per year, the Czechs drink more beer than anyone. The dry Pilsner is clear and has a distinctive head of foam. Pilsner is considered the mother of all beers. Most beers worldwide today are Pilsner-style lagers.
Pilsner Urquell mean 3 ingredients: Pilsner soft water, Saaz hop, and malt from our own malting plant. And we add the yeast which are take off on the end, and that's Pils.
In the 19th century, the beers in Pilsen were often of poor quality, so a master brewer from Bavaria was called in to help. In 1842, Josef Groll brewed the first Pilsner using soft water, pale malt, local hops, and bottom fermenting yeast. The new beer was a hit and took the world by storm.
1, 2, 3. Meer nee.
Next up is tea in East Frisia in northern Germany. The East Frisian tea ceremony follows strict rules. First, a kluntje, a white rock sugar, is placed in the cup. Then, strong black tea is poured in. Finally, a small spoonful of cream is added, which is not stirred. This creates a little cloud of cream. Even drinking tea must be done with everything in its proper order.
Habe ich hingekriegt. So. Das heißt hier bei uns im Ostfriesischen, Drei ist Ostfriesen recht. Das heißt, man kann 3 Tassen Tee trinken, wenn man gerne möchte. Und wenn man dann keinen Tee mehr möchte, und um zu verhindern, dass man auch noch Tee eingeschenkt bekommt, da brauchen wir unseren Löffel. Und den brauchen wir doch nur in die Tasse stellen. Und das heißt Stop.
Tea came to Europe from Asia in the early 17th century. Today, the East Frisians are Europe's biggest tea drinkers, consuming around 300 liters per person per year. The exact blend of their tea is a closely guarded secret.
Der echte ostfriesische Tee, der darf nur so genannt werden, wenn er tatsächlich in einer der 4 ostfriesischen Teefirmen hergestellt wird. Und das sind ganz besondere Teemischungen wie Assam-Tee oder Ceylon-Tee, die da reingemischt werden.
One reason the East Frisians drink so much tea is that they take tea breaks several times a day. Now for a drink you've probably never heard of, coffee cheese. You heard that right. It's reindeer meat and cheese dipped in coffee. This recipe is popular in the Lapland region, like here in northern Sweden.
So when I smell it, I smell the coffee, of course, but when I taste it, it's a very rich flavor and a little bit creamy from the cheese. And then we have the reindeer meat with the fat. It's a little bit salty and smoke, and the fat is just filled of flavor.
Sweden is known for fika, its coffee breaks. In cold Lapland, people often brew coffee outdoors over an open fire. However, coffee cheese is more of a meal than a drink.
It's like the taste of my childhood. I think about my grandmother and grandfather when I eat the coffee cheese.
Would you try coffee cheese? And what's your favorite drink?